Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Got another knife review video for you. And today, I'm going to do my final review on the Artisan Sea Snake. This is a pretty cool little fixed blade. I was looking for a little fixed blade to carry on my belt, preferably, horizontal pennix type of carry. I can reach over, pull it out, and when I saw these come out and I saw a couple of videos, I thought, man, that's a cool knife. So I ended up picking this up. I ordered this from White Mountain Knives. They run $39.99. They come with a black handle, a tan handle, and this OD green. I got the OD green, but I tell you what, when they're back in stock, I'm getting the black one. And it comes, the sheath actually matches the knife. So if you get the black one, you get a black sheath. This is obviously both green. Same with the tan knife, or tan handles, tan sheath. So I think that's pretty cool. I think it looks good. Now, this did not come with these belt straps. Came with a little cord that was through the hole, like that, like so. And it was intended to be a neck knife. It's a Mike Emler design, if I didn't mention that yet. You can see his logo right there, ME design, Mike Emler. If you don't know who Mike Emler is, search for him on YouTube or whatever. He's got his own channel. He's a knife designer. He's like a professional knife sharpener. He does YouTube videos. Go check him out. Absolutely check him out. But yeah, so I carried it around my neck for maybe 20 minutes. Because these came in actually the day before the knife. And I can't remember if I had these on my unboxing. No, I couldn't have. I think I did the unboxing video. I think I showed them. And then I went right inside in the house and I put them on. And I think this is like the 17th day that I've carried this knife. I think there was like maybe 1.5 days that I didn't carry it. And I might have even used it. But yeah, we'll talk more about this sheath in a minute. Let's get back to this knife. This is a pretty awesome EDC fixed blade. This is not like a survival knife. It's not even like a bushcrafting knife. But it's, in my opinion, it's an awesome everyday carry. Take care of whatever you need. Heck, I've used this over whatever folding knife I had in my pocket. This thing, wow. It's so slicey. I've cut so much stuff with this. I mean, I've done some food prep. My brother-in-law actually did some food prep. He cut a big onion up with it. Slices right through it. I've used it to open steak packages. I get these 2 packs of steaks at Wegmans and they're vacuum sealed. Our stupid kitchen knives won't cut those things open. This thing, cut right down, maybe open it up a little bit. And I cut halfway through the steak doing it. This thing's so sharp. And I can get those stupid steaks out of that stupid vacuum pack packaging. Yeah. Yeah, I've used this thing to cut all kinds of stuff. I used it. What did I do with it? We used to have this plastic storage shed. And we had high winds one time and it blew it over and it exploded. But this is what the walls, if I can show you, this is what the walls were made out of. Now, I just had to put an air conditioner in the window, a crank out window, big tall window. So I cut a piece of this to fill in the opening, and I use this. It cut through this like no problem. See, of course I had to do it a few times to get all the way through the corrugated part. So yeah, it wasn't easy, but it cut through it, and it did a good job going this way, like that. But cutting this way, yeah, it took a little work, but I did it. Absolutely, I cut through it. I had a little better setup. I had the full sheet iron set of sawhorses, and I just, couple of, probably 6 times, and I cut through the whole thing. But I cut boxes up with it, and it just glides right through cardboard. And this has a sticker on the one side. Now, all I've done is strop this thing. I've not sharpened it. I ran it on a strop a few times, especially after I cut that plastic. But it is still super, super slicey. I can't say enough about how slicey it is. Get in the specs, you'll see, you'll understand why it's so slicey. But I could talk about everything I cut with this thing. I almost dropped it. Wouldn't be the first knife I've dropped. But yeah, this thing, overall length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 3/4. Yeah, 6 3/4. You got a 3-inch Wharncliffe blade, style blade. I really like Wharncliffe blades. It's a flat grind, satin finish. You got a finger choil. You got jipping on top. It is made out of Artisan's, if you can see right there, AR RPM 9 steel. It's their steel they came up with. People say it's comparable to different things. VG10, 9CR. It's close to D2, but not quite. I have only 2 knives. I have a CJRB Malia, and this one that has the RPM 9. I don't mind it. This thing stayed sharp. Absolutely, the only thing I've done is strop it, and yeah. So I think Artisan's AR RPM 9 is definitely okay for EDC knife, use. Like I said, this is not a survival knife. Bushcrafting, although I guess you probably could. But like I said, everyday carry, everyday cutting, this thing's excellent. I said it's a flat grind. It is 0.875 inches tall, and it is 0.10 inches thick. It is pretty thin, and basically you got full flat grind, and it comes down and is feels super thin behind the edge. Man, you can't beat that. This thing is a slicer, like I said. Handle, you got G10 scales on it. You got T6 screws. You can take these off. You could probably carry it skeletonized, without any scales. Make it a little bit lighter even. But the handles, the handle is a little over ½ an inch. It's actually listed at 0.60. It's pretty short. It's pretty slim. 3/4 of an inch tall, and that's probably right here. But it's not bad. It's not bad in hand. If you didn't have the scales on it, it'd be awful skinny. I don't know. I'll try it someday, but right now I'm keeping the scales on it. And yeah, you can see how it's contoured right here. Got kind of finger choil there. This is made to be choked up on, obviously, with this nice forward finger choil. I mean, I got a kind of fat finger. That fits in there. I got all kinds of room. My thumb's right on that jimping. Jimping's pretty good. It's adequate. I mean, it's not overly aggressive and sharp, but it works. And like I always say, I wear extra large size gloves, and especially choked up. It's really comfortable. I get all 4 fingers on there. Just, it's pretty comfortable for such a small handled knife. Now, you can choke, go back on the handle. Nah, I get about 3 1/4 fingers on it. My pinky's not on it very much. But you still have control of it that way. But it's made to be choked up. This thing, it's so versatile how you can hold it. Choked up like this, pushing through cardboard or whatever. You can pinch grip it, do draw cuts. I mean, you can do whatever you think. You can hold it like this. Now this way, if you're trying to cut like this, that's not so great, but go back on the handle, you can do it. So many ways you could use this, and I like the Wardenclyffe style blades for draw cuts. I do a lot of draw cuts, my daily use. And yeah, oh, if I didn't tell you the weight, this thing's light. This thing is only 2.3 ounces. And the sheath with the straps are 1.38, 1.4. Put it all together, it's 3.68 ounces altogether, this setup. Now obviously it'd be lighter if you use it as a nick knife. But yeah, retention in the sheath is excellent. Really doesn't rattle. Use your thumb, it just pops right off. But yeah, get back to this sheath just a little bit. I didn't want to carry it as a neck knife, so I bought these straps off Amazon. Their Holster Builder is the brand. $12.49. There were different ones. There were some cheaper, some more expensive. I just picked these. These have the dot pole. Hang on a minute. Stupid phone was coming in. Phone call was coming in. They have the dot pole snaps for extra security. So you kind of got to pop them off one way, and you put them on like this. And they snap on. If you try to snap them right on straight, you're not going to do it. You have to kind of go in an angle like this. They snap on. Then when you pop them off, you pull at the dot, and they pop off. They work pretty good. What else about these things? Yeah, I got them for $12.49. I like them. They work good. Came with the hardware, the snaps, the screws, the back nut there, everything. I have one on the middle hole, one on the bottom hole. So it'll be on my belt a little bit at an angle, up a little bit, and I carry it right on front of my belt, on the left side of my belt buckle, like this. So my belt buckle's right here. I can reach there, pull it out, put it back. It just works excellent. it's so light and it's cut so small. It's not much. It's really not much wider than my belt, and I forget I have it. I forget I have it on my belt. I've laid down and take a nap on the couch or wherever, and I forget I had it. It's like, holy cow! I fell asleep and I had that. I mean, I'm lucky it didn't come out and stab me. But like I said, you're not gonna. It's not just gonna fall out of the sheath. And yeah. Overall, this thing I think is pretty dang cool. I carried it almost every day since I've gotten it. It's been on my belt. Of course, I've carried other knives in my pocket. But yeah, let's do little size comparisons here. I have my Essie Azula that I carry the same way. And I actually have the new Civivi T-clip on it. It's quite thick. This is pretty thin compared to all this. But yeah, Essie Azula Sea Snake's actually longer. Cutting edge. Overall, you might have more cutting edge than a Azula because of this big large finger choil. Let's do a more basic. This is actually my wife's more basic. Mine's orange. I have that on my machete, attached to my machete sheath. But there's the Mora. It's a lot smaller. Blade's a lot smaller. Do some pocket knives. So the knife I'm carrying today, pocket knife, along with this, is the Civivi Badlands Vagabond. It's a new one. I'll be doing a full review on that soon. And you can see that's quite a bit bigger. This is a pretty cool. These cost the same, $39.99. Both awesome knives. Well, we got Civivi out. Let's do the Elementum. You can see the Elementum might be just a touch. Well, the handle's longer, I think, because you're using this forward finger choil, but the blade's longer. You got more cutting edge on the Elementum. Do the Wee Banter. It's a little bigger than Wee Banter. Let's try the QSP Penguin. Blade's pretty close overall length. More cutting edge, longer handle on the Penguin. There's another budget knife that's just excellent. Let's do a couple of the standard. Well, let's do another one of my favorite knives. I've carried a lot. It is the CRKT Pilar 3. And the overall length of the blade on the Sea Snake's a little longer. They both have forward finger choils, but definitely got more cutting edge on the Pilar 3, plus the handle's longer. But here's another one with a pretty nice forward finger choil. A couple of the standards I usually compare to: Spectacle Para 3 lightweight. And the blades are pretty close. Handle's a lot longer on the Para 3. Again, you get this forward finger choil, but it's half and half on the blade, half on the handle. Another awesome knife. Then you got let's do the full-size bug out and the mini bug out. So it's, well, mini bug out's pretty close. Sea Snake's a little bit longer than the mini bug out. Blade's longer, but Probably got more cutting edge on the mini bug out. Definitely smaller. Man, I got all kinds of smuts on that blade. Smaller than the bug out. So that's funny. I got I grabbed two. These are actually my wife's knives. They're in my collection. I don't think she's ever carried this. She uses this, but she doesn't carry it. So yeah, just kind of realized I grabbed two of her knives. But back to the Artisan Sea Snake. I think it's, do I recommend it? Absolutely. If you want a small daily carry fixed blade, I'd say get a sea snake, and you can carry it, you know, around your neck. You can buy a couple of soft straps, soft belt loops, carry it like I'm carrying it. You can get a utility clip, put it this way. However, you can carry it in your pocket. You'll have, you know, handles sticking up, but there's so many ways you can carry it. All you gotta do is buy a couple things, carry it the way you want. But yeah, what else can I say about this? One of the dimensions. I love the ergos of this being so thin, and it fits my hands good for being a thin, small knife. Slicey is all get out. The AR RPM 9 is working out good for me. Like I said, I've cut all kinds of stuff with this, and all I've done is strap it. You saw it. Still just slices paper. Probably, yeah, still shaves hair. So I guess that's about it. Like I said, I've carried this almost every day. I think this is day 17. So spoiler alert, when I do my top 5 most carry knives, this is definitely going to be on the list. And I guess that's it for this video. As usual, you like these videos, hit that like button, leave a comment down below. It helps the channel out. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Last time I looked, we're 7 subscribers away from 1,000. We're getting close. And yeah, I can monetize at 1,000. I have way more watch hours than I need. But more importantly, you know, you can use the community page. You can do live streaming, stuff like that. That's what I'm really, you know, anxious to get to be able to do. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And I guess that's it. Until the next video, bye.